Yes. How you doing, friends? Coach Ernie here, and it is Thursday, April 17th. I had to make sure. And how you doing, Zero DTE traders? It is 7:45 a.m. Eastern, and I'm here to get you ready for today's session with our daily analysis. So let's dive in. First, for the market focus. Yeah, it's a Fed flash mob, and they're coming for President Trump. This week, we've had a barrage of Fed governors. We had Barr, Waller, Harker, Bostic, Cook, and then to top it all off, we have Chairman Powell and more. They're all hitting the airwaves with a unified message that Trump's tariffs are a disaster. And Powell kicked it off last night at the Economic Club of Chicago, warning they'll tank growth, spike inflation, and maybe even jack up unemployment. Waller, he echoed the same on Monday, calling tariffs dramatically larger than expected. Even Treasury Secretary Yellen, the stupidest Treasury Secretary and Fed governor ever in history. I say that with complete confidence and knowledge. She's saying that... Well, she was basically piling on saying tariffs will hurt American consumers and businesses. All in all, there were 8 Fed speeches in 5 days. Now, that can't be a coincidence. It's a coordinated strike to push back on Trump's agenda. And the market's feeling the heat. I mean, stocks yesterday, right after, well, at the very moment, the very first words that Powell spoke, dropped 690 points. And right now, the VIX is at about, 3151. It's teetering on chaos. It did find its way into the chaos zone briefly. Now we're...
Stocks yesterday, right after...
man.
At the very moment, the very first words that Powell spoke...
That happens every once in a while.
690 points. And right now, the VIX is at about...
There we go. Chaos! So, anyways, we're teetering on chaos. This showdown is setting up for some serious intraday fireworks, and that's a wonderful thing for us Zero DTE traders. So let's get into the... Well, that's really what I want to focus on. There is one other thing that I had mentioned yesterday. I believe I mentioned it yesterday. That I am creating... Well, no, I didn't. So I can't talk about it now. It's a secret. But a new product. Let me just say that. New product that is perfect for this whole environment. Perfect. Not that our Zero DTE isn't, because we just thrive on this volatility, and I expect it to continue full force right through the end of the year. Maybe beyond. All right. So on to the... I got to get my finger in the right spot so I can push the button. Right on to the charts. Did I do it? There, I did it. All right. So, as you know, as Zero DTE traders, we collect premium. We use out-of-the-money butterflies, putting on asymmetric positions. Huge risk to reward. Our risk is super small. The potential reward is very large. Of course, we take anything in between. And so it's both a directional trade and a premium collector. That's our gig. But there is a new gig in town, which I will mention very soon. Not today, but very soon. All right. All part of the asymmetric family, by the way. Coincident with the times that we're in. Man, I can't shut up about this. Let's get on to the analysis. I'm just so excited. All right. So we are just teetering on chaos zone. We're still in Goldilocks, or still in. We've dipped back down in after this mammoth spike up. And we're at 31.46. That means our out-of-the-money flies are super wide. I would say on the order of 45, 50, 55 wide. We are also looking at Batmans. Batmans are definitely in play here. You can see that when we're just above chaos, we're talking about 90% of the time putting on a Batman. Now, in the past few days, we were moving sideways, and I think that was all in anticipation of what Chairman Powell was going to say. And, of course, we already went over what he said. He was basically capping the entire flash mob attack on Trump. with his own personal attack, and that brought the markets down. But overnight, we've had a surprising result. So let's take a look at that too. So anyways, Batman's, I think, in play today, where it wasn't really much in play the past couple of days because of the kind of waiting on the edge of your seat type moment. Let's go to, well, we don't have the big ass fly for this morning. I don't think that it's going to be something that we'll be considering because of that volatility. I expect when the market opens, it's probably going to jump one way or the other, either up or down. I don't know. So let's take that off the table. But I do know that the big ass fly is well below 20, and we should be leaning towards wider flies. Wider is better all around. I'll bring the analysis of that, a study I did a few years ago that shows that wider generally is better, even especially in high volatility environments, particularly in high volatility environments. All right, so let's go to the next and look at our directional bias. We are up. We are above the moving average, and also the Hull moving average is pointing up now. So will we continue this trend? I don't know. Off of that bottom, we are being hampered by, right now we're sort of trying to escape from a volume node and then enter into and you'll see this in a second, enter into what I call a volume well, or an area of low liquidity, into another volume node, which has provided incredible resistance. That's what all of these tops of these candles are right here. And you'll see that because we're going to it right now. There you go. So here's the huge volume node that we're hanging out in. The market wants to break this red line right there. That's the top of the node. Get into this volume, an area of illiquidity, so we can get up here. Once we're up here, the market is home free. This is kind of like the line of demarcation, right? That's the battle. So the market needs to get through this volume well, which shouldn't have very much problem. It's, like I said, low liquidity, should sail through there, and if we have enough momentum, go there. Now, was the flash mob, the Fed flash mob, and Janet Yellen and Jerome Powell, were they enough to keep this market down? Because that seems to be their goal. That seems to be their goal, right? Why? I don't know. I thought that their primary mandate was stable markets and maximum employment. I don't think that that matters anymore. Anyways, that's what we're trying to do. But for us, volatility is high. We're sitting pretty, nice wide flies. We're good. But I think that that's our next battle there. To get up through that green line, get across this red line into the volume well, into the green line, and then we're home free into that node. All right, let's go back and look at the market structure. So you can see here's the result of Chairman Powell. As soon as he came on, bam, down, 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 all the way through to the end of the market. And then right at the very last half hour, we had a rally. And so I guess they didn't buy everything that Fed Chairman Powell was spewing. And then overnight, it just almost totally recovered. It did totally recover. Then right at the European Open, there was since the European Open, there's been a downturn. So most of that, half of that rally has been extinguished. So my guess, and hey, look, my guess means nothing, but I think that when we open up, when we open up, are we going to go up or down? I don't know. What do you think? Put that down in the comments below. All right. Tell me what you think where the market's going to be before it opens. Are we going up or are we going down? I'm going to say up. That's my guess. And then, of course, here's the top of that node that we're trying to break through and then go up through the volume well and to nirvana, right? All right. I think that's about it. Let's go back to the big head. Thank you very much. All right, so there we go. Flash mob Fed trying to bring down Trump and his plans. I don't think they'll be successful. He's stubborn, and he's going to just go straight through, which is great for us because it's going to create even more chaos and volatility. Hopefully it'll all turn out right for the United States. I'm not rooting against the United States at all. Volatility does not mean that we're not doing well. It just means that the sentiment of the market, the hair is on fire. They can't take all of this. What would Trump say? All this winning. That's so funny. Anyways, that's it. Thank you all very much. Coach Ernie, out.